worry about that later. Let's see if we can get into those elephants for now. Sorry, it was a bit of a random thing to say, but I literally don't have any clutch at the moment, so it's going to be a little bit of adaptive driving, which is something we've become very good at with this car. Let's go see if we can get close to those elephants. Just look at this first. 2 kingfishers sitting right in line with each other. That's awesome. Very hard to see these guys. And now you can see 2 of them. One from the back, one from the front. Woodland kingfishers. It's a pretty bad imitation of it, but I'm sure you recognize the call. We're going to try our best to get close to the elephant, try and spend some time with him, and then we're going to have to head back to the workshop. Can't really drive this car like this for too long. Something, maybe the clutch plate is gone, but for the moment we will make a plan. We're going to see those elephants again. Coming up sort of abreast of the herd at the moment. I just want to first circle around so that we don't go in too close to them, and then we'll slowly go closer and sort of get up ahead of them, and then just sit still and let them come closer to us. Always the best way with elephant is to rather let them come to you rather than going straight to them. It's also more respectful. In between the 2 different groups now, we're going to go and try and look at the back of the 2 herds first. And on the way back to camp, we'll try and go past the other herd as well. I've managed to find a little spot there. Interesting enough, that female, when she gets a bit close, I'll try and get a photograph of her as well. Can't say I remember her specifically from before. I think it's a female, it looked like one. She turns just now, we'll see a bit better again, but she's got those uneven tusks, pretty perfect ears, so it's a combination. That's again an easy way to idea, but also what's interesting is that secretion. See, just between the sorry, just something on the radio there. Just that secretion between the eye and the ear, that often shows you a bit of stress. Maybe where there was a bit of stress in the group earlier. She might be the matriarch even of this group. She's quite big. She would be probably 50 years, 45 years old. There's actually, looks like Termschlammies. I'm with another group just further sort of southeast from them along the same Skorvenin. There she's coming out. Let's try and get a photograph of her. Elephants always, especially for ID photographs, best to try and get them as the ears are open. It's because then you can see both the ears as well as the tusks as well. So for a frontal view, easy to recognize them in future. But those uneven tusks, obviously wait to see who she might be. Quite a big female, like I said, age-wise she's up there already, but also physically very healthy looking, nice and bulky. Also nice and calm, which is great. The rest of the herd, see them moving through the undergrowth there now. As is typical, they've adopted the attitude and the sort of the feeling and the sense of the matriarch. So the rest of them also very calm, moving nice and slow, very tranquil feeling in the herd. Some other herds you get in, there's a lot of movement and play and noise, sometimes even aggression, even within the herd. So not only does it influence how the herd behaves towards humans or cars, but it also behaves or influences how they behave within the group itself. Okay, let's just try and swerve around. Managed to get one or two photographs of her as well, so if she does stick around the area we can get to know who she is. Okay. Due to this driving, it's making it very tricky. Going to stick with this group more now. They're moving behind us into the thicker stuff. We'll try and have another look at that front group. They had the two small babies, and then we're going to have to go and look at this car. Another sort of teenager just moving along slowly. It's actually between the two different herds now. I'm just coming back to what I said earlier. Often the herds will split up during the day and then gather around more at night again. Now, it's not a typical sort of fixed thing that it's always like that. It's just that quite often you have different family units. I'm sorry, this is where it gets tricky because I can't just stop. You know, you might have had... Wait. Maybe a big breeding herd of the matriarch, and eventually the herd got big enough that they split into two groups. And this is quite common. One of our oldest daughters would then be the matriarch of the next group, and those groups might quite often band up together again. So there's still a close relation even between different herds that hang out with each other. I know there's also been some studies done mainly in the Okavango Delta that I've read about, and in East Africa as well, showing that you get quite large gatherings of elephant during the night often. I guess that would also have to do with your density of predators and other threats.